Oi, we here now. We here. We're live. Let me be here and try to be like there. Because you go there. Huh? Yeah, I don't want the smoke to. Me go there. Yeah, I don't want the smoke to blow in your face, and I don't want you that nearby me. What were you playing on your phone earlier?
Oh shit!
As a matter of fact, you're 16. What kind of games do you play?
Like in general or only in the phone?
In the phone.
The phone? I don't know. I just play shitty games. Yes, on the phone it's like boring. It's more like fun in the PlayStation.
What about on the PS5?
I mean, I, I always play like Mortal Kombat, uh, Minecraft, uh, uh, the Group 2.
Back when I was a teenager, the PlayStation game that I used to play were Call of Duty, like Black Ops 1, Modern Warfare 3, 2K, NBA 2K. I always been a 2K player. Not now, but that's what I used to play the most. And what else did I used to play the most? Net for Speed. That's a cars game. Alucha. Yeah, Net for Speed.
Oh yeah, that's for Speed.
Yeah. You know what I did once? I traded Modern Warfare 3 for Net for Speed Most Wanted. It was a good. I think it was a good trade by the time I did it. I always tell you that I'm a writer. You have read some of my things. What do you think a writer is? What do you think the ideas of a writer come from? Where do you think I get those ideas that I write about? Why do you think I'm a writer?
I mean, has a like what what I think about writers is that they have
Remember, I'm a
a
writer. You're referring to me now.
like it's like they're being creative on how they on what they're doing and things that are happening around, and they just like think about it and do
Yeah,
a summarize of it.
yeah, but instead of referring to writers, I want you to refer as me. I want you to think about why do I write? Why do I even like writing? Or I don't know. How do those ideas come up to me? Why do you think I'm a writer? Or why do you think I became a writer?
I mean, it's like there was much going on. Like there was a lot of things that you wanted to say in your own mind, and you don't know how to say it. So instead, you just write it.
So you think that I'm a writer because I had a lot to say that wasn't said? That's a point. Because when I was growing up, when with our father, I couldn't say shit. I couldn't say shit. If I say something, it was like if it felt as if it was a death threat for me. Dude, talking, being a teenager, being a kid, talking to a grown man that is your dad, and feeling like you are on the death threat by you saying something, it's really awful to be in that place. It's fucking hard. You don't know how to speak, you don't know how to express yourself, you don't know what to say, you don't know how to say it, you don't know any of those things because you don't develop them. Like right now, you have a respect for me. And you know that if we get in a physical altercation, you know who will win. But why will I point that out to you? Why will I threat you with that? You feel me? If I threat you with that, like, oh, I'm gonna beat you, da 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 da. I'm actually telling you that I don't have no presence, that I'm weaker than you because I'm physically strong. But is it really coherent to threat a kid physically when you know you are 5 times his size? Like, think about that for a moment.
I mean, it's not like that wouldn't be fair. Also, like,
That wouldn't be fair, right? I'm sorry I interrupt you. But imagine if that was the case. That exact case was the case with me. If I would say something, it was some physical threat that I was going against.
I mean, maybe like let's say something is going on with you, and you want like someone to just let it out, someone weaker than you, y tú aprovechas ese poder. Like how you see it,
What you mean? I don't
because
understand your
like
point.
okay, let's say you're a adult, right?
Huh?
You're a adult, right?
Adult.
So swim
Not say it, adult.
adult, and you're thinking that since you're a adult, you have that power to control a minor,
That sounds so bad.
bro.
Hold
No,
on.
not like that though.
I know that sounds bad. The power, the physical power to control a minor. Let's just put it that way.
Yeah, and there's nothing to let out all that anger that you have, and since you want to let out to someone weaker than you, and they don't have nothing about it, but you can let out with, let's say, another adult, because you don't know if they're stronger than you or anything.
That is when you have a man as a leader. Like when people are born in general, their main characters, their main sources of everything is their mom and their dad. ¿Entiendes? And when you grow up with a dad that is afraid of expressing himself, he turns aggressive because the only way of expressing himself is by being aggressive. You remember when I spoke to you that we are animals? We are animals, and when we don't develop that part of our brain, that part of our mind that is part of emotional intelligence, we're gonna later emotions with physical altercations, physical activities. Like we go to the gym, we do this, we do that. That is okay. Espérate. I needed to hear it. I'm sorry. Now imagine you're growing up with this person, with this male, that every time something happened, he threatened you physically because he doesn't understand how to release that tension of that anger or that blindness throughout anything else. Like let's say for example, I write, I read, I play basketball, I go to the gym. I have multiple sources of letting my anger out. But there are times where I don't let my anger out into any of those sources. There are times that I actually have to yell, I have to say something, I have to be a bit aggressive, you feel me? And that is when that anger becomes something else. It becomes a threat sometimes. It becomes something completely not in favor for yourself, for myself, because I'm the one that is angry. And let's say I started using this anger to being consistently threatening you, just hitting you, because I fuck around with you, but I hit you. Like I do that all the time. But imagine if I start giving punches to you out of nowhere, smacking the fuck out of you. That's straight disrespect. Can't do that. I'm an adult. I'm your big brother, but I'm gonna be disrespecting you as a young man and as a person. That was my situation. And when you think about it, it's like, damn, was it really worth it receiving all of those threats? Because when you grow with those threats and you don't know how to process them or release them or just leave them in the past, you become those emotions. ¿Me entiendes lo que te digo? What you got so far?
I mean, I feel like you don't only become those. emotions. It's like when you get to the point like of accepting things, like it's like, oh, this happened to me like on the past, but you already passed. You know, you accept it. It's not like I'm gonna do the same thing. If because also people need to, instead of just let's say,
Move on.
huh?
Move on.
Not like move on, just have a kid unexpectedly, you know?
Have a kid unexpectedly.
Yeah. And they're like, and there's a time when you, like, for example, us, like nothing happened, all that. And we have the time to think, to raise them like we wanted to be raised.
Uh huh.
There's things that it's gonna be like a no, but there's also things that like, okay, it's cool, you know. And when you accept your past, uh, it's like you just like move on.
That's a good point.
It,
How you learn that? No, that's a good
I
point.
just have it, and I feel like it's just your own choice, your own time, your thinking in your possible future.
That's a really good answer.
It's
The
like, in my
acceptance.
opinion, before having kids, we we have to take a time.
I completely agree with that, and I'm into that right now. Remember, I'm 25, and having a kid is not anytime soon for me. Uh-uh. Believe me, I'm not near close to have kids. Uh-uh. I'm not ready. Thinking, can't even take care of myself. What am I gonna take care of a kid for? ¿Entiendes? But what if the same person that, what if that person, as someone that didn't took the time to do that and started having kids unexpectedly, but he was just not protecting himself. He got married, he got a wife, he got two kids before this wife, and then now he procreate one more and then another one throughout the time. What is it about this person that they haven't completed the work that you said you want to complete before having kids?
I
What's the
mean,
difference there?
the difference is that you wouldn't know, you will know less on raising them. You know how to control them, how to like help them. You know,
Hmm.
and like the thing I was saying before having kids, have take a time to think. It's like, think about what happened and think how you want it to happen. You know, and it's like at the same time there's gonna be things that it's gonna be a little strict, as a parent who raise their kids, but also not to abuse it like they did it to you.
That's a great point. That's a great point, yeah. Because in my experience, I was always, when I did something, let's say when when this father figure was upset to me or something, the only thing that I remember now is him saying, "You should be grateful because you have a dad," and I didn't. And it's like, why does this situation, like, why does this problem that we had, let's say, for example, bring you to this conclusion of telling me this, that I have to be grateful because of having a dad because you didn't have a dad? But do I have to be grateful about that, or do I have to be grateful about the kind of dad that is raising me, which is not someone to be grateful for? Do you get that point? When you
It's
are,
like it's your dad, but you don't see him as a dad.
hmm, it's like me saying you have to respect me as your big brother, but I don't respect you as my little brother. It's the same thing. Like, imagine me disrespecting you all the time. When I mean disrespecting you, I mean when you're on your phone, taking your phone away and stop talking to your girlfriend, FaceTime, just like you do with her. That's straight disrespect. Being smacking you out of nowhere, like right now, punta y una galleta. That is straight disrespect. Can I do it? Yes, but I will not do it. It's just stupid. Why do I say I can't do it? Because I'm your big brother. And there is a stigma in the world that adults, which is, big brothers, parents, grandparents, any elder uncle, can hit the minor, can hit the teenager, the youngest one, the weakest one. Like not hitting them as a joke, like I do a lot to you, hitting them as if disrespecting them, smacking them, boom, hitting them in the face. Blow a low punch in your stomach with no, you know, fucking around or nothing. No, just straight boom. Yeah, but that was a. Do you think changing a little bit the topic? Do you think school is for you?
Cool. I don't know.
How do you find out school was not for you? You're about to be you are basically about to be 16 this next Saturday. What makes you think like school is not for me?
I mean, first, okay.
All right,
First,
ya lo voy a dejar, man.
how I say it.
Tienen mental chicle. Because I remember you said that a while ago, but I don't remember. I never asked you how you came with that conclusion because I came with that conclusion, but I was already, wrong.
But like, it's just
Oh shit!
okay.
Hello. What's up, man? Mucho que no te entiendo.
I will say first because I'm tired of these dumbass teachers thinking they're tough, they're the shit, and it's like, bro, like I'm
How does teachers act as tough or as they do shit?
like
What
okay,
makes you think that?
like let's say um it's like okay, like on my situation, I always have having beef with well not beef like screaming or everything, but a little attitude with the teachers because I'm telling them logical answers and they're telling
Do
me
you have any example in your head that you can give me?
like this teacher be asking me stupidest questions. I'm like
What's the stupid question that they asking you, and why are they asking you? I want to know
let me
because
see if I hold on
because this can be something that you were either doing wrong and you don't realize it, or it's something really stupid, just like you're saying. What were you doing at the moment? What was going on at the moment? Describe me the moment.
like let's say teachers are trying to get into you into like a problem so they can call your parents. Es como tener esa necesidad de hacerlo.
Uh-huh.
Because like from my topic, I people trying to get arguments with me, but like asking stupid questions, and I just answer with a logical one. And they don't know what to say.
The thing is, I'm asking now to give me an example because there is something about adolescence that we always think that we are having a rational answer when we are on the wrong. I did that a lot. And the reason why I'm telling you this is because even nowadays, when I know I'm in the wrong, I always look for possible answers to get out of that situation. But I know I'm in the wrong. But if I don't find any, I just have to accept it. ¿Me entiendes? So I want you to think of an example that was like that.
Shit, because there's this one teacher, but I don't remember what she said. She asked me something.
I'm gonna give
She,
you. Uh-huh.
she told me that, oh, why you don't have why you don't have nothing on the paper? Because I'm reading. Like, and she said that, oh,
Oh, you. She asked you that, and you said because I'm reading.
and she said that, oh, but it passed like 10 or like 12 minutes. I'm analyzing what's happening on the text. I'm thinking what's happening on the text so I could write it, those type of things. And it just continues and continues. Then also at the same time, like I don't see the point to like.
I see your point, and I see the teacher's point, because let me tell you. Let me describe you in your situation. If I'm a teacher, and let's say it happened 15 minutes already, what do you have to do? What do you have to write about? You have to write notes about the text or something.
Not notice. It's like, let's say questions.
Okay, question. So, when you, let's say I'm reading something and I'm here, that I have to write questions about what I just read, right? If 15 or 20 minutes happen and I see that one of my students does not have any yet, I'm gonna question, because you can get, at least, I'm an adult, I can do this, but con cada palabra, con cada significado que tú encuentres en un texto, you can create any question. And when that happens, when the teacher is doing that to you, she's putting pressure on you, because she knows you might have some questions about what the text says. Now, I see your point that is like, let me read it, let me take my time, and let me analyze it. Like, your point is like, give me patience to do it. Her point is like, you're not thinking enough. You're not breaking it up enough. You're not doing this enough. Now, sometimes the job of a teacher is to put the pressure the fuck out of you.
I don't get pressure at all.
Huh?
I don't get pressure at all.
I
It's because
mean,
like I just get away with it without being pressured. That's why they.
I know.
That's why they get mad.
Remember, you're thinking you are outsmarting them. It is not fair that a kid outsmarts me. They are professionals. They went to they went to college. They went through all of these years of learning, knowledge, exams, experiences. For a kid to tell her that, remember, you gotta, as someone who does something, who's professional at something, you have an ego. Do you think I could go to my barber and tell him that he's doing a fucking tape up wrong? He's gonna smack the fuck out of me. I'm telling him to his ego. I'm telling him to him, you're doing it wrong, and what I'm telling you is right. Even though I could be right about something, I could give you an opinion about something, but I never cut hair in my life. The only hair that I cut is my own. And look, and my legs are, mira, tengo pelos con cojones. No me voy a echar esto, pero tengo pelos con cojones. Now, when they see a kid outsmarting, they're like, this little midget haven't lived it not long enough to know more than me. As a matter of fact, the knowledge that I have is longer than his own life. You're 16. Imagine you're speaking to someone like, let's say, who is the oldest person in your a 50 something years old teacher. 50 something. Let's say 55 years old.
People.
Don't say names. Oh, don't ever say names. You are in a camera, you don't say names, you don't say none of that. Let's say this 55 years old, right? She's teaching you. You're 15. What age was she when you were born?
Like 50?
You're 15, she's 55. How old was she when you were born? She's 55, you're
Like
15.
35, around there.
Huh?
Like 35.
55 menos 15 es 35. Think,
Bro, I don't know math, bro.
this is
Right.
simple math. No, 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 don't do this to me. You see, this is why teachers get upset with you. 15 menos 55. O 55 menos 15.
40.
Huh?
40.
Thank you. She was 40 years old when you were born. Why are you trying to outsmart her? What the fuck? Do you understand that? There is an ego there. Now, back to the point. You had the point of fashion, but she has the point of, yeah, this is not enough. I want more. I want more of you. Remember, they're teachers. They're professional. They're always gonna find a way around it. You can't always get away with it, but that is most likely that they have seen that like 1,000 times, and they just let you slide because you're fucking around too much. Remember one teacher that humbles the fuck out of me. Look, that this teacher that I'm talking about when I was in 11, you know that I got kicked out of high school, right? And then I went to the other high school, and my first teacher at AM, she was like, "Who's Keisha's brother? ¿Quién es el hermano de Keisha?" And I'm like, she looked at me and she's like, "What's the first thing your sister ever told you about me?" Because she knew.
Where she knew?
She knew qué era lo que mi hermana le iba a decir acerca de cómo ella es. Fast forward, I was really close with that teacher, and when I before leaving, yo siempre me quedaba después para hablar con ella, vacilar con ella, because she was a really cool teacher, and, I liked her as a teacher and as a person. Y siempre me quedaba hablando con ella al último, and she asked me, "Do you still hang out in this place?" And I looked at her and I'm like, "How the fuck do you know that I hang out at this place?" She looked at me and she's like, "You know, you don't have to know how I know. I know." That moment I realized like I'm cool with her, but she's an old cat. She's an old. She lived in long enough to understand me and to be cool with me because she knows how to deal with me. That humbles the fuck out of me when she asked me if I still hang out in those places, even though no one from the school was from that place, and no one that knows me, that knows me, that knows her would have told me that I hang out there. You fuck, yeah, that should blow my mind. But going back, when do you find out? What moment did you realize that school was not for you?
It was also because of my goal I want to achieve.
Okay, remember, I'm asking you, what makes you realize? You say your goals?
Huh?
You say your goals is part of it? Okay. Your goals, what else?
Um, I don't know. It was just like also my decision because at the same time, like I said, I have a goal, and I don't see the point on the school anymore.
So you have a goal that does not correlate with school anymore.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's like I don't see the point of like
You don't see the point
doing all this on the school.
if you don't mind me asking, what is your goal? As a matter of fact, before that, that's the only thing that made you realize that you school is not for you. Or or what else made you realize that you were like, yeah, school is not for me. This is another reason. You don't know, just keep talking about your goal.
It was yeah, well, a little part of it was because of the glazer they be doing also
The what?
the glazing thing.
Glazing.
Teachers.
What the fuck is that?
Cuando tú dices, cuando tú siempre estás diciendo que esta persona es mejor, o esta cosa es mejor que la otra, o las otras están mejores que esa cosa.
Uh huh.
Like, they glazing all that. I'm like, bro, like just stopping the class to talk about, to glaze about that when there's two students that they don't want to go there. And the glacier is college.
Why?
Like, I have this teacher, math one. He always, every day, he stopped the class. He was like, you know what? I want to say something. Él se para and starts talking about
Puedes hablar en
co-
español por si acaso.
college and everything. And I don't really pay attention to him, like, because that's not what I want to do. Because sometimes when I don't listen, when that's not the thing that I want to do, you know?
Yeah, but the glazing thing. What is? You said college does that. Why?
Like, no, the teachers glaze college.
Why? What would you? What makes you think that? What makes you that conclusion?
It's because like I understand college, they can do this, do that, and but there's part of the class that don't want to go there. They don't even they don't even do the class. What makes you think they're gonna go to college
Hmm.
and all that? And so they just stop the class to talk about that for no reason. When even the teachers knows none of them gonna listen.
What do you think college is? What's your perception of college? Because I don't think you get the whole point of going to college.
And like I just don't want to go. I just want to do my
I know,
goal,
I
my
know,
goal.
I know. But what is your perception right now of college? What is when you think of college? What do you think college is?
I mean, like I don't think it's something bad, like at all. Like college, okay, college cool, college.
What do you think of college? What college has? What do you do in college? What is when someone goes to college? What do you think they are going to experience? What do you think they are going to do there to go to college? That's the answer what I'm trying to get to. I start college tomorrow. Let's say if I tell you that I'm gonna start college, college is pretty similar to high school with not pretty similar to high school, but it's just somewhere that you go and take classes. To put it simple, If I start class tomorrow, how do you think I'm gonna spend my time in college? How do you spend your time in high school?
I mean, spend the time.
In class. ¿Me entiendes? You spend your time in high school in different classes. Then you got a break. Then there is other things around high school. There is sports. There is this. There is that. That is how you spend your time the most in high school, doing all of those things. When it comes to college, what do you think I'm going to experience there?
I mean, it's something from another level. Like,
What is
el-
that from another level? Like yo quiero que tú me digas qué tú crees que yo voy a experimentar en college. Like, okay, I'm going to college. ¿Qué yo voy a hacer en college? ¿Qué se hace en college?
carajo, no sé.
Oh, simple.
Like,
Take classes. What
like
else?
be on a sport team.
Okay, you go. Keep going. Let me tell you something. You go to college to live for 4 years if you want to. When I'm telling you leave, I'm telling you that you probably won't see your parents, your family, or your entire, or I don't know, whoever for 4 years. This is here in the States. College is going, let's say, California to study in UCLA and you move there for 4 years. You always can go back for vacation. Of course, you always come back for vacation. Let's say you spend the whole 4 years there, summer classes, um, I don't know, with no breaks at all because you just want to spend your time there. That is college. Here in New York, colleges kind of be the same for other people, but for us, college is going and be part of something. Because let's say, let me give you my example when I went to college. What I wanted to be part of, basketball. So I went to a college that I was interested. I was not interested personally, but I just wanted to be part of the basketball team. It was the only one I knew. I'm like, okay, so I'm going to this college because I want to play basketball. There's nothing else that matters to me but basketball. I went to college to play basketball. Now there is other people that they go to college because they need to go to college and they have all tuition paid and everything and they need to go to college because they don't have nothing else. There is people that just go to college for because they want to. All kind of people. Now me, I went for basketball only. I didn't live in college. I could live there. It was stupid. It was just 20 minutes from my train. Didn't it? College is a whole life experience. It's something different. College is not just classes. I want you to really open your perception about college. Not because I want you to go, but because I want you to think about it for the next 2 years. College is completely different than high school. Completely different. You don't got nobody chasing you around. There is nobody telling you, hey, you need to do this. No, 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 no. They give you the things, you do them. You don't do them, you actually paying for your own shit because college, you pay for college. You know that? You pay for college. So they don't really give a fuck. No one gives a fuck about you. Unless you want people to give a fuck, unless you are this nice person, good student. And professors are not teachers, they are professors. They're assholes. So they cool. When they're assholes, they're pretty honest. And most professors in college are pretty honest. I have a professor in sport management that he used to say, "It's not what you know, it's who you know." So it doesn't matter what I teach you here, you won't go anywhere if you don't know people. It's not what you know, it's who you know. His classes were the most simple ones, and he's there like, I'm just teaching you these guys because this is important, but this is easy to learn. I'm gonna teach it my way. No, he was real. He was honest. most of the time. I remember one time nobody did something. He was like, "I'm really pissed. I shouldn't I shouldn't give you guys another opportunity, but I understand how important is college for you guys. So I'm gonna give you another shot." That's a good experience that I had with a professor. I wasn't part of the list that didn't do nothing, but college is an entire experience. You can travel with college. You can go to study in Italy. I had a friend that went to Italy for 4 months to study for free. Do you know what that is? You go to another country, to Europe, another continent to study. She never spoke to me about the classes she took. She always spoke to me about the experience she would have. It. Classes, all right, yeah. How many classes do you take in college? Two, three? How many times a week? Once, twice, 3 hours, 2 hours, 4 hours long for a day, for 2 days? What do you gonna do the rest of the week? Study? Do you really have to study for these 2 or 3 classes that much with this much time? So it's not the same as high school. You're an adult. You are living life. That is one of the greatest experience of college. You get to travel. You get to meet people. You get to actually meet people just because you are a college student. They appreciate young people that they are getting educated through something. Now, I'm not telling you that college is not the way you said it is, but there is a lot of perspective on colleges and the reason why you actually want to go to college. ¿Entiendes? People speak about I think it's blue collars or something. I Lee College. I don't even know the name. That's how low there we are. Those are the colleges that they describe. Like they describe Harvard, they describe all of these top universities, but they don't describe the other ones that are actually fun. ¿Me entiendes? Now, telling you all this, what is your perspective about college now?
I mean, like I said, I don't expect nothing bad about college. Uh, 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 but if it's something I don't want to do, just don't talk about. Just stop trying to convince me. If I have like a goal, I just want to do that. You know, like I could even
I'm gonna give you an advice. The goal is not always what we should chase for. It's the moment as well. What's your goal?
be a professional boxer.
Professional boxer? Professional boxer, that's your goal. And you don't think you can get free trainings, free everything by getting a scholarship in college with trainers, with everything? Don't you think if you are good diablo, cabrón, before telling you this, did you know why I came to this country? Do you know when we moved? Do you know what my goals were?
Well,
Yes,
be a professional basketball.
exactly. But before that, what I needed to do,
Study. No,
that too. But what?
take care of your mental.
Huh?
Take care of your mental.
No, 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 no. Go to college. A professional basketball player needs to play college basketball. I'm not saying that that is the same with boxing, but all I wanted to do was to go to college to play basketball. And guess what? I did. Now you telling me you want to be a professional boxer makes me think, okay, if you want to be a professional boxer, Not only am I gonna ask you now if you are taking your time and dedication to be a professional boxer from now, but I'm also gonna ask you if you have actually put the thought of your head that you can get an entire facility for yourself just because you're good at boxing. You never thought about that. You never thought about going to class. Boom, you went to class. Matter of fact, you're a college athlete. You wake up at 6, 7 a.m. Wake up, morning routine, go to the gym, do what you gotta do. You have a class at 11 to 3. After that, you have a class from 4:30 to 7, let's say. I'm just telling you one day. Boom, you went in you did what you have to do in the morning. An entire facility for yourself. You have your trainers, you have your recovery treatment. I don't know much, but you have all of that for yourself. Why? Because you want to be a professional boxer, but the best way for you to get all of this treatment for free, for me to shape myself as a boxer, is through college, studying just to be able to get a scholarship for boxing. ¿Me entiendes? ¿Me entiendes? Like, your goal is not to go to college and boxing college, but having that in your resume, in your way to become a professional boxer, it's a great way to start. It's a great way for people to look at you and say, like, look, high school, okay, he started boxing at 16, 18, 19. Oh shit, he got a college to box? Oh shit, let me see this. Who the fuck is this kid? He's 24 now. He just got out of college 3 years ago. He's boxing this. But where did he develop himself? Where he spent time the most? In a gym, in a boxing training, whatever it is that you guys spend time the most. How did he obtain those things? You know, how did you have that facility of have those things for yourself? Because you just studied a little bit and went to college and got a scholarship for boxing because I was good at boxing, but I also had good grades. Oh, okay, that's fair. If you would have told me that I could live in a college and play basketball all day and just go to classes, I would have done that a long time ago. Obviously, I have to do what I have to do. I have to take care of myself and do all of those things. But honestly, this position of being in college will be easier for me because I don't have to look for trainers. I don't have to look for gyms. I don't have to wait for the weather. I don't have to wait for one to take me there. I don't have to wait for the train. I don't have to wait for the trainer for the gym to be open. No, 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 no. I have these things with me already. I'm living here. I'm living in this campus that is this big. I live here. The gym is right here. The gym is 24 hours. What the fuck? I'm living in a place where I have a 24-hour gym. I have a trainer because I'm good at this, and I also have good grades. Do you see that? Do you see that perspective? You know how much time it would cost, how much time I would have if I didn't have to walk all the way to 161st to train every morning. Imagine having that right there with me. As soon as I wake up, boom, I open my eyes, I put my shirt on, I walk 5 minutes, and I'm there. Not only that I'm there, no one is there. I just open them myself. That is a great experience as a young adult trying to develop himself as a professional something. ¿Entiendes? Like, if you want to be a professional boxer, but right now you have to keep looking for a gym. You have to adapt to the schedule of the gym. You have to go there. You have to come back. You have to pay. ¿Entiendes? Now that I'm telling you all of this, how do you see? As a matter of fact, you should look up how college athletes live in these big colleges. Dude, they have everything. Those guys are monsters. They are just. That's what they do for their living. That's what they live for. They breathe in and they breathe out the sport. Not only physically, but mentally, emotionally. ¿Entiendes? You have to build a life around the sport. A way to start building a life is to college, if it's about sports. Now, if you don't go to college and you want to go straight to professional, or I don't know how it is in boxing, but if you want to go straight to, with boxing, professional, and all of that, how you going to structure yourself to get through that? How you going to establish yourself? How you going to find yourself as comfortable as possible as committing every day? Do you wanna do you actually need all of this mental toughness of go there and then on the way back, or do you need more time training and taking care of your health, your entire health, by just having it all in one place? That is college, motherfucker. You have people who probably cooking for your diet, because you are college is preparing you to be a professional athlete. As if you see this, every professional player here in the U.S., they still represent their colleges, their universities. That's their that's their major pride, that they are from that college, because they build them, they fed them, and you developing that, you building that through time, thanks to college. Believe me, that's how you prepare the best to be a professional. When I realized a lot about basketball, now that I don't play anymore, there is a difference between average players, basketball, average players, mid players, average players, above average players, college players, professional players. I could see them all. The other day I was playing here for some high schoolers. From the 3 point line to the layup, if you take only one dribble, you are already, professional in a professional level. The 3 point line, canasto. You only need a dribble to get there. If needed, just 2 steps. That what that let me see how I explain it. Why do you think I'm so confident about basketball?
You you've been working it for time.
And I played against people who I never thought I was gonna play against. And I bust their asses. ¿Entiendes? College gave me that experience. I didn't make it to professional basketball player, but college gave me that experience. ¿Entiendes? Now, what do you think about that? What do you think about college now? You don't have to answer me now. You can answer me in another video. But I just want you to open your perspective about really a student athlete. It's a dangerous game, and it's also a pretty intense one, and you're built for that. Being a student athlete is a sacrifice.
you have to actually be a professional. But I mean, a professional, you need to spend the time there, and the energy and the detail, and go against any odds. Doesn't matter what. I used to do crazy shit. I used to practice for 9 hours straight by myself. I used to practice from 5 to 1 by myself, doing detail that I don't even know I needed to do. I just saw it on the beat. I just making them up just to work on something. There was one time that I practiced with both teams of my colleges. That was a 9 hour practice for me. Everyone was looking at me like I was crazy, and I was like, I do want to be a professional basketball player. This is. It was a Sunday, and it was like there is no better way to spend a Sunday than training. I love that day so much. I remember like it was today because I played against both teams, and I was because with the first team was this regular one, which was the varsity. I was doing what I had to do to play good against them. Now, when it came to the JV, my legs were already fed up. I was dead. And I'm like, all right, this is the beginning of the other practice now. This is the beginning of the lowest level, which is my level with this level of tiredness. And because I'm better than them, even though I'm tired, I'm better than them because I'm tired for the practice. And I'm going to look good too. And I did. I was pretty tired, but yeah, I adapt to how tired I was. I didn't have no legs when I finished. Because I was like, all right. So I remember the Monday, I didn't have nothing else on Monday. And it was like on Monday I didn't have any practice, any game or nothing. So Monday was my rest day. I had class. It was pretty chill going to class in college. Yeah, you in college you were with adults, but most of the time college is kids in adults' body. But it's pretty cool in college. But I
La 8:36.
fuimos con el teléfono.